Now, the FBI has identified the man they believe shot dead 12 people in Washington on Monday. He's a 34-year-old defense contractor, Aaron Alexis. Investigators are still trying to find his motive. The gunman entered the Washington Navy Yard and managed to get into the headquarters of the Naval Sea Systems Command. Then, around 8 in the morning, he started shooting. Witnesses say he picked off victims one after another.
The gunman entered Building 197 of the Naval Yard with an active military contractor ID and security clearance. The FBI says Alexis began firing from a fourth-floor balcony onto office workers in an atrium below.
We have a third individual who just arrived who had a gunshot wound to the head and to the hand.
Within minutes, Metropolitan Police and the FBI swarmed the area.
A gunman was on the loose and no one was safe from suspicion. Employees came out with their hands up. Surrounding blocks were locked down. Police and federal agents rushed to the scene.
We heard shots, and as he came around the corner, he aimed his gun at us, and he fired at least 2 or 3 shots.
We couldn't see his face, but we could see him with the rifle, and he raised and aimed at us and fired, and he hit high on the wall.
I feel very lucky to be alive, so we're standing in between you and I. Another guy next to me got shot, I didn't.
There were dramatic rescues of the injured who were rushed to local hospitals. As the day wore on, the number of dead continued to rise.
Washington Navy Yard houses one of the main naval centers in the US. It's where ships, submarines and combat systems are built and maintained. It lies in a populated area in the southwest of the city. In the surrounding area, streets were closed off, schools locked down. Flights were suspended for a while at Washington's Reagan National Airport. Staff inside the base were told to seek shelter and stay put.
According to the FBI, this is the man in question, 34-year-old Aaron Alexis, a former Navy reservist who served in Fort Worth, Texas. The FBI appealed to the public for more information.
No piece of information is too small. We are looking to learn everything we can about his recent movements, his contacts, and his associates.
We last reported to you. We did not have a definite number, and we're still working on a definite number of fatalities, but at this hour it appears that we have at least 12 fatalities, and we're continuing to try to ascertain how serious this situation is, and it doesn't get much more serious than that, obviously. We have one of the officers for the Metropolitan Police Department is injured. He appears to be is going to be fine as far as we know. We have no known motive at this stage. There were people who asked earlier if this was a terrorist event. We don't have any reason to think that at this stage, but we're continuing that investigation to try to determine what the motive is. We also don't know for certain whether there are other shooters. There have been reported other people in the building at the time. We're continuing to engage in that investigation, and we'll have better information on that later in the afternoon.